Everyone, want to welcome you to another video from runhorse.com, and today we're going to talk about how to make a sports bet, and that's how to wager on sports. And this is something that because of the new law in the United States, we're going to soon allow for betting on pro sports games. So it's very exciting if you like to wager, and you're going to have a chance to bet on your favorite games. So you might want to learn how to do this. And we're going to take a look at here on an online bookmaker. There's going to be quite a few out there. And we're going to see here, we're going to take a look at the NFL games coming up this week. And we see the game here. The next game is Friday, December 14th, 2018. Here's the game, Los Angeles Chargers at Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, you have a few basic bets here, okay? And the main bet is what's called the point spread. And the point spread means this is basically the handicap in the event. And so if you have two teams, one of them is obviously going to have a better chance to win. It's going to be a favorite. So in that case, if you play the point spread, you're going to have to give those points, and you're going to have to win by that amount. So in this case, we have whoever has the minus is the favorite. So in this case, it's Kansas City Chiefs for minus 3.5 points, which is a 3.5. So if you play the Kansas City Chiefs, you have to lay 3.5 points. So that means they have to win by, in this case, 4 points or more. Otherwise, you actually lose the bet. So if Los Angeles Chargers were to lose by 3 points, you would still win the bet if you took Los Angeles Chargers. Now, the bookie also forces you to lay more than your bet to win the same amount. So let's explain this. So in this case, to win on a bet on the Kansas City Chiefs, you have to lay 3.5 points, which means Kansas City has to win by at least 4, which is more than 3.5, and you have to lay 115, and they're always figured in 100-point lines. So 115 to win 100. So it's basically $1.15 to win $1, however you want to figure it out. So depending on your bet size. And normally these are figured in 110 amounts. The normal amount for the bookmaker to take is 10%. So it's a 110. But sometimes these online lines will move. So Kansas City is 3.5 and a little bit favored on the 115. So you see that the money is going a little bit to Kansas City. So they'll adjust their lines. And these lines can move depending on the betting up until game time. So if a lot of money comes in on a certain team, then these can change. So in this case, if I were to take Los Angeles Chargers, you might hear it saying take the points. If I take the 3.5, I only have to lay 105, and that means Los Angeles Chargers can still lose the game by 3.5 points or less, so basically by 3. If they lose by 4, I lose, and I still win the bet. So this is how the spread works. Now the other way to play is if you just want a straight up bet, which is just taking the winner outright. Okay, there's something called the money line. And the money line is, in this case, instead of laying points, you lay money. So the favorite team, you're going to have to lay more on the favorite team to win less. Okay, and if you take the underdog, you're going to bet less to win more. And in between these numbers here is, again, the bookie spread. It's not going to be exactly the same. So there's a $30 spread in here you see on this game. So that's what the bookmaker is taking. So if you just took Kansas City Chiefs straight up, which is the money line bet, you'd have to lay 195 to win 100. If you took Los Angeles Chargers in this game, you'd have to lay 100 to win 165. The other main action in a game is called the over-under. And the over-under is what they expect the total points in the game to be, okay? And all major sports have this. So in this game, the prediction is for 54.5 points to be scored. And that's the total amount of points scored, including overtime, in a game. So if the final score was, say, 35-20, it would be 55 points and would be an over, okay? So in this case, if it goes under 54.5 is the spread. This is the over and under bet. So in this case, they're both 110 minus. So I can either like the game to go more than 54.5 points or under 54.5 points. Now, another question I get asked is, what if the game lands on a tie? What if that happens, okay? In this case, we can't have a tie because there's a half a point spread. And a half a point spread That's a tie. But let's go down to the next game here. Houston Texans, New York Jets. And then this game is -7, Houston Texans. So it's a possibility for a tie. So if Houston Texans were to win the game 21-14, for instance, if they win by 7 points, in this case, all the money is returned to the bettor. They took the 7 or gave the 7 because the game landed on a tie. So there's no payout. The only payout would be on the straight bet, would be on the money line. And it can have, also you can have a tie on over-under. We can go down here to another game. 44 could actually land on 44. So you don't lose your bet. That's why you're laying the 110 and you recoup your bet. So this is something to keep in mind as well. So this is how you bet on sports, and there's some other bets that can be made. There's a lot of crazy bets out there. We can get into that. We can get into that in another video. But this is basically your main bets, and they have this for all the sports here. Some sports, they don't offer all handicap. They offer money line only, like baseball does not really have a handicap bet. Sometimes they do, but generally they don't. Basketball, you got your point spread again. Here's a game tonight. LA Lakers get their 5.5-point underdog. Houston Rockets are 5.5-point favorite. Both of the lines are 110. If you took the Rockets even, you'd have to lay 220 to win 100. Lakers, you'd have to lay 100 to win 180. The over-under is 225.5. Obviously, it's much higher because it's a basketball game. And these are your possibilities. So these are the 3 main bets that you can make. And there's also something called a parlay. We can get into that in another video. But I'm going to talk about the main sports bets here. And that's how you do it. So if you want to take a bet, good luck to you, and make sure you do it legally. And it's going to be rolling out across the United States soon. And if you're in Las Vegas or New Jersey, you can already wager on sports games. So hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe to our channel for more great content like this. Thank you so much.